Welcome to the DigiBUILD podcast series, where we explore the most important achievements of the project from a technological perspective. Today's episode focuses on real-world validation and user acceptance of digital building services. My name is Nicole Morresi. I am a researcher at Università Politecnica delle Marche. My work focuses on sensor technologies to improve well-being in the built environment, making our homes, offices, and shared spaces healthier and more comfortable through innovative monitoring solutions. I've been part of the DigiBuild project since day one, helping to shape its services and vision from the very beginning. That's why I'm especially excited to be the host for today's episode. I'm really looking forward to guiding you through our conversation and sharing some of the great work being done across the project. I'm joined by Serena Serroni from Università Politecnica delle Marche, who was a key contributor to Work Package 5, which is about the impact assessment and the real-world validation. Hi Serena, nice to have you here.
Hi everyone, thank you Nicole.
So let's dive in. So first of all, why it is so essential to test digital technologies and services in actual buildings?
Thank you for your question, mostly because a building isn't an abstract system, it's where people live, work, learn. Every solution we develop has to be validated in a real-life context. In DigiBuild, we didn't just test software in isolation, we tested whether advanced digital services could work under real-world complexities of school, offices, and residential building. There is also a compliance angle. Our work aligns with the Energy Performance of Building Directive from European Union, which pushes for smart, interoperable and performance-based renovation. To meet this goal, we need evidence, not just assumption. So testing real building is about accountability to the market, to the user and to the European Union climate neutral agenda.
Thank you, Serena. So once these services were implemented by you in the project, how did you effectively assess whether they were making really a difference?
Well, we use a multidimensional impact framework because energy saving alone are not enough. So we evaluated impact across a range of domains like data quality, energy consumption, indoor environmental quality, air quality, economic viability, sustainability, but also user satisfaction and social acceptance. Our key performance indicators were designed to capture both technical and human aspects. For example, we assessed indoor comfort with both sensor-based data and a user survey because comfort is both physical and perceptual. But we went further. Some DigiBuild services offer suggestions to the user, like how to guarantee thermal comfort and reduce energy consumption. So we also looked at how users responded. Did they understand the recommendation? Did they act on them? We applied methodology inspired by the International Performance Measurement and Verification Protocol, and everything was GDPR compliant by design, anonymized and with clear user consent. It also aligns with tools like the Smart Readiness Indicator, which values both digital capacity and user interaction in building.
Very interesting, Serena. So to go further, in previous episodes we discussed along about technologies like federated data lake, semantic interoperability, AI services, and digital twins. How these technologies specifically contribute to the successful demonstrations?
So, great question, Nicole. Each of these core technologies played a crucial role. The federated data lake enabled seamless integration and real-time access to different building data. Semantic interoperability, achieved through standardized data model and ontologies, ensure consistent and meaningful data exchange across systems. The AI-driven services use this data for predictive analytics, optimize energy usage, comfort, and maintenance. Digital Twin provided real-time monitoring and actionable insights, allowing building managers to proactively manage and optimize performance. Together, these technologies transformed raw data into tangible improvement in building operation and occupant comfort.
Great. We hear a lot of technical terms and notions. I'm just wondering, stakeholder engagement in the demonstrators has also been a key theme. How did you ensure the engagement during the demo?
Yes, you are right, Nicole. Stakeholder engagement is not a bonus, it is the foundation. A service that is not understood, trusted, or wanted will fail, no matter how smart it is. That is why DigiBuild focused on co-design, feedback loop, and iterative validation. We involved occupants, building manager, public authorities, and energy providers, not just as a user, but as co-creators of these digital services. This mirrors the EPBD's push for citizen-centric renovation and the Green Deal emphasis on participatory governance. From a practical standpoint, this is how you design services people actually want to use and that investors are willing to support. Long-term success depends on this kind of buy-in.
And what about social acceptance? This concept is often overlooked. So, what insights did DigiBuild offer on this front, and how did you evaluate the social acceptance of the services developed in DigiBuild?
So we learned that digital technologies has to earn trust, and trust is built on three main pillars: transparency, control, and usefulness. In our pilot, we ran a dedicated survey to assess how users felt. We looked at digital literacy, willingness to share data, and perceived value. The findings were clear. If users understand what we are measuring, if they see real benefit, and if they feel in control of their data, acceptance increased dramatically. And let me stress, GDPR was not just a constraint, it was a design principle. We built everything around consent, anonymized data, and transparency. That is how you build long-term adoption.
Thank you, Serena. Can you give us now a concrete example that brings all of this together?
Absolutely. One of the most illustrative example was the Italian pilot, an industrial building with high technical complexity. Initially, they faced comfort issues and inefficient energy use. After deploying DigiBuild services like semantic data integration, real-time dashboard, and AI-driven analytics, the facility manager could detect thermal drift, adjust the HVAC system, and anticipate energy peaks. The results: better comfort, measurable energy saving, and most importantly, staff reported feeling more in control of their environment. That shift from passive occupant to active stakeholder is exactly the kind of transformation we need across the sector.
Thank you, Serena. So, finally, what message would you like to leave for the broader community? And I mean practitioners, city officials, and building owners.
So I'd say this: if we really want to improve building performance in reliable, measurable way, we need solutions that are tested and built on real data. For policymakers, this means moving beyond compliance and demanding performance verification. For building owner, it is about choosing systems that are open, transparent, and can integrate with others. And for engineers and designers, it means involving user early and often, because co-design is not just good practice, it is what makes digital services work in real life. So DigiBuild at the end showed that these tools can work not just in theory, but in different climates and building types with real people. I think that it is a real step forward for this sector.
Thank you so much, Serena, for your valuable insights, and thank you to our listeners for joining us on this episode of the DigiBuild podcast.